Welcome back, everyone. Today we have Cheesecake Factory. We got 3 different cheesecakes here. It's the pumpkin cheesecake, the raspberry truffle, and then the Adam's peanut butter cup fudge. This is the Dijon chicken with angel hair pasta, and then this one is the pasta Napoletana, and then we got their 2 breads here. Our raspberry one, the raspberry truffle, ended up just looking really sad. That was kind of disappointing, but it's alright. We're still gonna taste it, guys. Let's cut these up so it's easier to eat. The crust thing is really coming off. I don't know if I just made that look really ugly, but oh my gosh, it's gonna be easier to eat. I think I did just make it really ugly. The crust on that chicken is pretty tasty. Shout out to Mate Ray Urane. I'm gonna say it's Matre Urane. Thank you so much for this recommendation. I think it's literally been a decade actually since I've had Cheesecake Factory. The only thing I remember is the avocado spring rolls and the jambalaya pasta. Everything else I literally haven't tried. So thank you. I think you are my 8th shout out. All right, let's begin. We'll try some of the chicken. That's how it looks whole. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. Some of the mustard sauce. Some of the pasta. And some of the chicken. The Dijon chicken Parmesan is pretty good. It's like, I don't know if you like mustard, which it was sounding really good, so I wanted to try it. There's like, the sauce is kind of getting at the bottom, but let's put it in the sauce. Parmesan and the mustard cream sauce kind of balance each other out. Let's try this bread. Some butter here. Their brown bread is so good. It's like the same one that they have at Black Angus. So this one's got bacon, sausage, Parmesan, I think chicken too. That's good. You can really taste all the different flavors in it. There's like a bell peppery flavor too. It's weird because it looks creamy underneath all the red sauce. One day, maybe we'll try do a taste test of all the different pastas or something like that. This one looks like it wouldn't be buttery and creamy, but it is. It's almost more like buttery or creamy tasting versus this one. Highly recommend either one of these. This is a piece of sausage or a meatball. This one's very one-toned, but is really good. And this one, there's like whole different types of flavors coming at you, which makes it more interesting. Isn't it weird how creamy it looks when on the top it doesn't look creamy? There's a pepperoni. Yeah, I think the last time I ever went to Cheesecake Factory was in high school, and that was over a decade ago. That makes me feel so old saying that. It's crazy. There's pepperoni in here too. Look at that, it's like creamy at the bottom. That's very interesting. This one's really good though. They're both really good. I guess it depends on what you're craving. They range, the pastas, I think they range from $14 to $22 or $24, something like that. And this one was one of the cheaper ones, and I always think like, oh, maybe I should get the more expensive one because maybe it tastes better. And I've tried the jambalaya in the past. Always thought it was kind of bland. Maybe it was just the person cooking it. But this one's got a lot of flavor. There's this channel, maybe you guys have heard of them because they're really big, but they're called Good Mythical Morning. They did a taste test of all the cheesecake flavors, and this one was their number one, so I was really excited to try it, and then to see it kind of falling apart and like the edge was already like, you know, broken is kind of sad. But yeah, there were so many things on the menu that I wanted to try, but maybe we can try them out next time. I used to live really close to a cheesecake factory, but now it's about like a 20-minute drive. So it was a little trip. So we went to my boyfriend's work because he had to do something there. And before we left, I went to the fridge to make a coffee, like an iced coffee. And one of the shelves of the fridge on the door floor just collapsed, and there was like a jar of juice in there that we like made half water, half juice. Half of that spilled all over the ground. All the condiments fell to the ground. I was like, oh my gosh. It was one of those moments, I guess. Silver lining, nothing broke. Like none of the glass bottles broke. So I went to sleep around like 9 last night and then woke up at 1:30. Couldn't go back to sleep. So on top of just that like falling to the ground, I was just like in general tired and not mentally prepared for something like that, you know? Even though this looks like a red sauce, it's extremely creamy. But yeah, it was just like one of those days. One thing after another, it felt like just kept happening. I haven't had one of those days in a long time. I guess especially since I was just like tired. This food is making the day better for sure, because everything tastes really good. Some noodle first, and then the chicken. This is like, I feel like it's rare that they give you more chicken, less noodles, unless I kind of just devoured all of it accidentally. I think I did. Yeah. Restaurants, if they give you free bread, do you ever end up eating way too much bread at the beginning and you barely eat your real meal? It happened to me a lot back then. It's crazy to think. I mean, I'm sure other people still are going to restaurants during quarantine and everything that's happening, but I haven't. We've only been doing takeout or drive-thrus, and it's just, I guess, mind-blowing that I haven't like eaten at a restaurant in almost a year. It's kind of weird to think about. Are you guys the type that are staying home and like only doing online orders or going to the groceries if you really have to? Or are you guys like still like living your life and like doing the normal things but taking all the precautions? I'm definitely the type that's just staying home and like ordering things on Amazon or doing like, you know, grab and go type things. I'll show you guys Willie. Someone commented saying that there was no Willie in the video. He looks kind of either sad or tired. Let's try these cheesecakes, guys. You gotta eat the tartan first. Let's eat this crumbled part first. But yeah, I also looked online to try to figure out which ones are the best pastas at Cheesecake. And I guess Food Network or something like that did, and they really liked this one, so that's why I chose this one. Alright, this is the raspberry truffle. It's good. Maybe there's a reason they made this one a teensy bit smaller. The camera shut off when I was about to take the bite. So it's got like this black crust. It's kind of like, maybe it's Oreo. And then it's got like white chocolate shavings on the top. This one's really good. I'm not a huge cheesecake person, but this, like, if you don't like cheesecake, you will like this. This one is the pumpkin pie cheesecake. Super fluffy, super airy, not super overwhelming of the cheesecake, which is good because I feel like there needs to be like a perfect balance for the pumpkin pie and the cheesecake to mesh well together. That one's also very easy to eat as well. This one looks intense. This one's the Adams Reese's Pieces. It's really pretty though. Yeah, this one was ranked number 2 or number 3 on Good Mythical Morning. If you guys haven't watched them or heard of them, definitely go check them out. They're super entertaining. They do taste tests and weird experiments on food. This one needs a glass of milk, super thick. If you're a Reese's person, this one is definitely for you. These ones I feel like are for anyone. If you like pumpkin pie, you'll like this one for sure. If you're at Cheesecake Factory but you're not big on cheesecake, this one's for you, or this one. I have only had the one that comes with fresh strawberries with that sugar glaze on it. That's the only one I've had. This one also has that black crust, pie crust. For a midnight snack and you're craving something sweet, this one will satisfy that for sure. It's really good, but it's really intense. Let's give Willie some bread. There you go. He doesn't like the bread. Maybe that or he's distracted by the people. you again to Matre Urane. Also fun to say, Matre Urane. Thank you so much for this recommendation. Thank you guys so much for coming back and watching, and I'll see you guys again soon.